Hi, I'm Nate Savage from GuitarLessons.com here for Taylor Guitars, and we're going to do a little mini-series on strumming, and we're going to cover a big wide range of things, but most of the things that we're going to cover are simple, fundamental, but often overlooked things that can really kick your strumming up a notch, make your strumming more dynamic and more expressive. In this first video, we're going to go over some basic universal good strumming technique tips, and I know that technique is a very, very subjective topic, because, you know, if you watch your favorite players, they all have different technique, and you can't really say this is good technique or this is good technique, this guy. But the two things that I'm going to show you in this video are pretty much generic, universal good strumming tips that pretty much everybody employs or probably should employ. It's a good idea. The first thing that we're going to take a look at as far as strumming goes seems really simple and maybe a bit overly simple, but it's really, really important for you as a guitar player, and that is to relax when you strum. Now, if you're feeling any tension in your playing, you're not relaxing like you should be, that's going to affect you in two main ways. The first way is going to affect your playing. Your playing's not going to be as fluid or as relaxed or as good sounding as it could. If you're tensed up and strumming like this, you're going to get tired quick, and your strumming's just not going to sound as good. You're not going to be able to strum as fast, and it's just going to affect your overall playing. So relaxing like that and making sure that you don't have any tension, excess tension in your hand, arm, shoulder, back, neck, is going to be really good for your playing. Try this next time you go sit down for a practice session. Just simply try to be aware of any tension that creeps in, like I said, into your fingers, wrist, arm, shoulder, neck, back, anywhere like that. If you feel anything like that coming up, stop, go get a drink of water or a drink or something, come back, relax, and then start up again. Your practice session will be a lot more productive, and your strumming will be a lot better too. The second way that tension can affect your playing, believe it or not, is injuries. If you are tense when you're playing all the time, you're going to run a risk of getting some tendonitis or something like that. God forbid that that happens to any of you guys, but I worked in a music store for years, and I saw quite a few people that either had to quit playing or had to have surgery on their elbow or just had a lot of pain because they were tense when they strummed. Now, the second good universal strumming tip that I want to share with you kind of goes hand in hand with relaxing, and that is to not just lock your wrist and go for it and strum like this. Now, if you're newer to guitar, a lot of players sometimes can tend to do that and get all the motion from their strumming from their elbow, and that's going to hurt after a while. It's going to be less efficient, just like not relaxing will be. But if you use your wrist like this, you're going to have a lot more efficiency in motion, and it's just going to be easier for you to play harder things too. Like my favorite Taylor guitar artist, Beppe Gambetta, says it's a really good analogy, and I've remembered this ever since I saw him at a clinic. This was probably 15 years ago or something like that. He said, pretend like you have some honey on your finger, and then you have a feather stuck to that honey, and you're just trying to shake it off. That is the best analogy that I can think of for strumming, the best one I've ever heard. And if you do that, you're automatically, my elbow is moving, right? But my wrist is doing most of the motion, and you're not going to get tired, you're not going to get as tense if you think about strumming like that. So as you're playing and practicing over the next few months, just remember these two tips, and like I said, they may seem really simple, but if you really try to apply them to your playing, I think you'll notice a big difference. So next lesson, next video, we're going to go over how to improve your overall timing on the guitar. I'm going to show you a really, really simple, effective way to really kick your timing and your strumming up a notch. See you then.